Now, we got to talk about Filipe Griff. The consensus of comments is suggesting that the WSL are pumping up Griff's tyres.
In particular, the confusion was surrounding that final exchange that happened where Filipe had the one big punt and Griffin had the three turner. And we've got to give some credit here to the judges because we kind of gave them a bit of a serving based on the Yolanda Hopkins call last week.
Serving, we're serving due, my friend.
For sure. But they got this one absolutely correct, in my opinion. When considering Griff's winning 8.93, we've got to go right back to Filipe's 8 from earlier in the heat. Now, the reason being, they're both three-turn waves. They're both right-handers, so we've got a direct comparison. And if you roll the clips together, first thing you'll notice is Griffin's wave is quite literally double the size. Mm-hmm. And immediately, it's going to play into his favour when they're dropping these scores. Now, Filipe's first turn was probably better. Or not even probably, I think it was. But the size of Griffin's wave in that first turn elevates the scoreability, if that's a word, of Griffin's probably up to where Filipe's is anyway. Even though Filipe's turn's bigger, Griffin's wave's bigger. Yep. So that kind of levels them out. And then the final two turns is just game, set, match, Griff. It's not even close. The transition between the snap, so he kind of goes first sort of carve and then into a really nice snap and straight into a throw tail. Mm-hmm. That transition is money between the snap into the throw tail.
It reeks of Ethan Ewing.
Really did. It was, yeah. And the bottom turn, it's not really a scoring maneuver, as we sort of know.
No, but it creates fluidity throughout the wave.
And the ability to sort of hold the rail and then go straight into another significant turn, that the judges just eat that up. And in my opinion, I actually don't think there's enough of a spread between those two waves. Filipe's was an 8, Griffin's was an 8.93. But look, there should be greater separation there for sure because Griffin's was far superior. Now, in terms of Filipe's last wave with the full rotation, it's a very stock air for Filipe, but because he's so good at them, sometimes I like to imagine that it's like someone else doing the air. So maybe someone who doesn't necessarily always do airs. Maybe you throw like I don't know, even like Kelly. Say you go, that's Kelly Slater doing that air. What score are we throwing at it? And I think you end up at a similar result. Like it was a really nice air that he threw, but you can't really go much higher than the 8.3 that they gave it because Yago's coming out and doing like way bigger airs on a section that's a transitional section, which is why they've got to leave that extra room. So to be completely fair to the judges, I think they nailed the scores in this heat. Even I think they could have been even nicer to Griff. Everyone's saying that they're giving Griff high scores. I don't think they are. So Griff wins. Next question.